Hey everybody, it's Jane, and those are my dogs barking. I wanted to show you a quick tour of my room. That's gonna be my sewing room. I'm gonna close the door here. So, this is the room that my son Christopher, I have 3 sons. He was in here and now he's out, so we're empty nesters. And I wanted to show you the room and what I'm going to be doing with it. So as you saw, walk in, and I'm going to go slowly so nobody gets nauseous. This is, the window goes to the back of our house, right, and those are the woods. And you can see that little jut out is the master bedroom is downstairs on the first floor for when we can't go upstairs anymore. And I've got one of my sewing tables here. There's 2 of my machines, very, very old Berninas that I absolutely love. Those are the 1080s. All you sewers will probably know what those are. But I haven't bought a new machine in probably 30 years, but I love those. And that's a real kind of industrial sewing table that I'm going to use, and the machine sits in it. And this little table is like a little, it says Napanee Dutch Kitchen, but it's got an enamel top. So I'll be using that in here for something. And on top you could see my, I used to sell these kites. That's a kite in my shop. And that, we've never actually flown them because they're so beautiful. But that ship is going to go over, and you can see there's kind of a light hanging across from the ceiling that my son put up that I'm going to take down because it's not going to work for sewing, but then I'm going to hang my ship so it kind of goes in front of that window. I don't have a lot of curtains in the house because I like a lot of light. So, and there's my little, I actually bought that little sewing chair at, I think it was Marshall's, just this little chair, because I'm really picky. I needed something. And rather than order it online, I said, this is okay, I'll give it a try. And as you can see, I painted, hopefully the color comes through. It's kind of a really pale pink, and it looks a little peachy because of the floors. These are reclaimed heart pine floors that we had put in when we built the house. They're finished in tung oil. So yeah, they're pretty warm, especially because they're heart pine, but I love them. There's this nice big wall here that ends over in this corner. And I think what I'm gonna put over here is an old armoire I have that I'll be painting, and that's gonna hold fabric. And here's one of my little French chairs. I have a bunch. I picked this one up, I think at auction, and I had it reupholstered in this, it's a linen fabric, and I just loved it. But that's a really comfortable chair. I'm really short, so it's fabulous. And then this table, which my son Christopher painted, it's a really beautiful table. It is a standing table, so we think it was in a library or a bank. And he painted it in black, did some very, very subtle distressing. And because we wanted to show the oak, we taped out an edge all the way around the table. But as I was looking at this, what your kids do, right? I saw that little thing that he put in the end and paint on it. He's an artist. So I think he was airbrushing on this. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to remove that, or I may have to give it a soft sand because I love this. We weren't able to sell it at my shop, but it's such a nice table. I might put, I don't know, machine on it. I have so many sewing machines that I could put one on there. And behind it is an old Harman Kardon receiver. But that is an antique drafting table that I bought, man, I think when I was in my late teens. And that I'm gonna actually adjust up, and I could put, I could use it for drawing, which I do. And I love, these are little tiny windows we put in the house. We call them Haddam windows. I don't know, I read that's what they're called. I've got a great big closet there that I'm gonna be able to use for fabric. And then, look at this piece, you guys. This is it's an old map, and it's called a ClearType Country Town United States, County Town. So it's all the counties in the United States. And I have to tell you, a customer of mine, when my shop, Chalk Mercantile, was open, he gave this to me. And I hope you could see it. The light's kind of hitting it. But it's just this beautiful old map. And I think what I'm going to do, because it doesn't have glass on it, is I'm gonna bring it and have a piece of glass cut, because I just love it. And of course it's on one of my old toolboxes. And then over here is, I bet you recognize this. This is the dresser from the, take a piece of furniture and make it look like a 300-year-old antique. And I love it up here. I've been messing around with trying to stage it a little bit. So I put some pretty antique, those are like 19th century brass candlesticks. And that painting that I bought at a big, kind of a vintage show. And I love her, she's beautiful. I always feel like she's coming out of the mist. And there's my antique dress form. And this is from, I think it's at the bottom, I think it says 1914. It was repainted, not by me, you could see there, but I love it. She's got that kind of pigeon bust that I think is so cool, that they used to contort their bodies into. So she's gonna live up here in my sewing room. So that's it, you guys. I just wanted to kind of give you a peek. Oh, and by the way, all those boxes, that's just some of my Christmas stuff that was behind the eaves of our house that I have to go through because I'll never in a lifetime be able to use it. But I wanted to show you the room so you could see the before, and then I will do a tour when I'm kind of in the process, because I'm going to be painting pieces, and then when it's finished. So there you go, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Monday. I will see you soon.